Hello, everyone, and welcome to the official Zen Project 8 coaching experience. I'm Cassiah Jay. I want to welcome all of you who are tuning in for our broadcast. I am here today with New York Times bestselling author, celebrity fitness and nutrition expert, and our Zen brand ambassador, the one and only MacDonald. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Cassiah. Hello, Zen Project 8 community. Now, Cassiah, do we have a special show for them right now?
I think we do have a special show for them. Let me just summon my special show here. As you can see, I'm joining you guys from my home.
This is Dan, Cassiah's husband. Now, Dan, go back and show everyone the gun show.
Mark says you have to show everybody the gun show.
Look at those guns, man. Now, Cassiah, your man is one. Everyone, just give him a standing ovation because he is one fit machine.
He is. I am so lucky to have a fit husband because he makes it so easy. We don't keep food in the house that isn't part of ZP8. So if we want something and we want to treat ourselves, we go out and get it. But when we go have our off-plan meals or whatever. But no, Dan is fantastic and he's very fit. And so I'm super lucky to be married to someone who shares the same passion that I have for healthy eating and being reverent to a body.
And you know, his biceps,
organic
those.
Dieting.
Organic celery.
No,
for snacking. That's what he likes. We eat lots of veggies in our home.
His biceps are similar to the topic we're going to be covering tonight, how muscle's your friend. So I love that we show Dan, we show you. You two are like fit gurus. So tonight's going to be a fun show.
It really is going to be fun. And I love this topic too, because for the longest time, I was what my friends called a cardio queen. So it wasn't until I got older and started understanding that muscle really was my friend. I stopped being afraid to go to the gym and started picking up some weights and really just found tremendous results by weight training and incorporating that into my plan. So really exciting topic that we have on the show for you guys tonight. So again, thank you all for joining. As always, before we start the broadcast, we do some simple housekeeping notes. So if you're looking to connect up, we want to invite you to our private Facebook community, which is just a tremendous area. You can come get more information, bump shoulders with like-minded thinkers, people who are going through the project. And we've got great recipes in there. Mark shares great input in there. Sometimes he does Facebook Live, so you're learning, getting additional coaching sessions from Mark inside of that. So go to facebook.com/groups/Zen Project 8 to become a part of that. Very excited to have you guys there. As you know, you can read a pinned post. It'll share all the tips that you need to get started. And really, you can find us on a lot of social networks. YouTube, we've got great videos there. So just go to your favorite one, /Zen Project 8, and you'll find more information. All right. Mark, last week we had an amazing show. Why don't we just super fast recap that? If they missed it, we want them to go watch that replay, right?
Yeah, so everyone, if you saw last week's show, I know you shared it. I know Jerry Ziffer, Kathleen Camaro, Deborah Powell. I know so many of you shared that webcast because we exposed the 5 biggest nutrition and dieting myths. If you're new to this show and you did not see last week, just one of our hottest webcasts we've ever done, make sure you do that because the next time your neighbor tells you, you need to do this diet, you're going to have the arsenal and the science behind why you shouldn't do that and exactly why we created Zen Project 8. So make sure you check that out and please share that video. It's how we end the dieting madness together.
I love it. And it's right here on hangouts.zenproject8.com. So make sure you share that with everyone you know, love, and care about. All right, moving into tonight's topic, which I love. By the way, I'm in my kitchen right now. I worked out earlier today, got some makeup on. Life happened to me today. My schedule got by me, but you know what? I still got my workout in. And I'm excited about tonight because most people who really want to lose weight or burn fat rarely focus on building muscle. We're here to tell you it should be a huge priority in your health journey. So we want to just invite you to learn more about it. And Mark, I can't wait for what you're about to share with us. Why don't we kick it off by telling us, why do we actually need muscle? Why is this important?
Yeah, because as you said, you know, we are pounded with dieting and the weight loss and burning fat. And we forget about our little friend called muscle. So I want everyone right now, because you start here too, make a little muscle. And I just want everyone to touch their muscle, okay? Just if you want, you can kiss it. You can give your muscle a little love. Muscle is your friend. I want you to tell yourself right now, muscle is my friend. Just yell it to yourself. I'll give you 2 seconds to say it. Ready? Go. Okay, so muscle's your friend. Why does muscle matter? Well, 75%, I was talking to my great friend and ZP8, phenomenal in North Dakota, leading an entire movement in North Dakota, health guru and Jeunesse distributor, Renita Brennan, and we were talking about how 75% of your metabolism is your BMR. That's your basal metabolic rate. So not including fitness, not including anything else, just 75% of what you do is what your body burns energy. Now, where is your fat burned? It's burnt in your muscle. So every pound of muscle you have is going to accelerate your body's ability to burn calories. And muscle is basically amino acids. It's protein and protein simplest form of amino acids. So muscle is not something that you want to take for granted. If you want to lose weight, if you want to burn fat, then you need to build muscle. And that's exactly what we're going to be covering tonight. The 3 top ways how to do that and to set you up to win. So just know muscle's your friend, and you're going to learn exactly how you're going to take your muscle to the next level in this webcast.
I love this. I think this is such an important topic to cover, especially for women. You know, I was always intimidated at the gym. I really never wanted to go into that weight room where it seemed like all the scary guys were. But the reality was, once I started working out, a lot of those misconceptions went out the window for me. I was always afraid of, like, I don't want to get too big because I don't want to look like that, because we do see some female bodybuilders that get really weird and veiny and big muscles, and none of us actually want that to happen, right? We want that sleek, beautiful physique. And that's actually, you know, what happened for me when I progressed through my workout plans and got in the best shape of my life about 2 years ago. I was lifting quite heavy, actually, and that really, the weights helped shape my body. So for women, you know, to think that it will make you bulky, I mean, is that really true, Mark?
Yeah, it's a great point you just make, Cassiah. This is two kind of scenarios. Women typically want to be, and I'm generalizing here, everyone, lean and toned, and then men typically want to be cut and ripped. Like, those are your 2 analogies right there. Now, some women want to be cut and ripped, but overall, those are the looks. And a lot of times, just by you implementing the right strategies that you're learning tonight, that you learn with ZP8, you're going to naturally just involve your hormones. Women have estrogen and progesterone, a little bit of testosterone. Men have way more testosterone. So you don't have to worry about having the veins pop and the tons of muscle. When a female, I had so many clients that are women, thousands upon thousands. And when a client would come to me and say, you know, I don't want to be bulky. Last time I did weights, I got bulky. My response was simple. It wasn't the weight training. You were building the muscle, but you weren't eating correctly. You weren't eating the right food, so that even though you were building muscle, you weren't burning fat. So you were just getting bulkier, because this is a fact that everyone's got to know. 1 pound of muscle is 3 times smaller than 1 pound of fat. I want to repeat that. 1 pound of muscle is 3 times smaller than 1 pound of fat. So imagine 5 pounds of potatoes, how condensed they are compared to 5 pounds of feather. That's like muscle compared to fat. They weigh the same, a pound's a pound, but the volume is different. So if you actually are burning fat and building muscle, you're not getting bulky. You're getting leaner, tighter, and stronger. Women and men both want that. And most important, you're igniting your metabolism.
That's exactly right. So I'm glad that you have put everyone who's maybe watching this broadcast thinking muscle is not for me, you have put those fears to rest, knowing that you are not going to get bulky, especially not overnight. I mean, you have to do that really, really consistently over long periods of time. But for the most part, women do want to look long and lean. So it's good to know that we are in the right place. And I know you've got some tips for ways to maximize building muscle. So why don't you tell us tip number 1?
Yeah, it first starts with what our foundation is. Food is your foundation. So your number 1 strategy on building muscle is eating PFC every 3. And I'm going to pull up a graphic here, and I'm going to walk you through, everyone, on exactly what it looks like here. So when I pull up this graphic and you look on your screen, the most important thing is that when we go to PFC every 3, that's basically eating protein, fats, carbohydrates every 3 hours. Now, the number 1 thing that most people do is that they start doing weights, they start doing cardio, they use exercise as their foundation. Now, this is what happens when you use exercise as your foundation. You never really stay in this range. See, every time that you drop below 80 milligrams blood sugar, whenever your blood sugar crashes and you drop below this level, your body is burning muscle. It's actually causing your body to burn muscle, not protect it. And then that next meal, when you hit that 2 hours of cardio, you're starving after. You're not reaching your chicken and your turkey. You're reaching for the complex carbohydrates, the breads, the pastas, and that spikes your blood sugar and makes you store fat. That's why a lot of times when you go into the gym, Cassiah, and you see people that work out nonstop on the cardio machines, a year later, they look the exact same because they're using exercise as their foundation, not food. They're not PFC in every 3. They're not eating, balancing their blood sugar. Now, the other thing you see people do is they diet. And anytime they diet, they have low blood sugar consistently where they're crashing. And once again, they're burning muscle. They might lose some weight, but they're losing muscle as well as the fat. So the moment they start eating normal again, they're regaining all the weight, but they're heavier. They've lost muscle and they put on body fat. So the solution to actually your number one strategy on building muscle, protecting muscle, and igniting your metabolism is eating PFC every 3. And this is what it does. Eating protein, fat, and carbohydrates every 3 hours keeps you in this range. When you're in this range of homeostasis, your body releases its stored fat. It protects its muscle. But most important, it allows your body the right macronutrients, protein, fats, and carbs to actively build muscle so that when you implement the right strength training, the right cardio, you actually build muscle and you take your metabolism to the next level. Regardless of your age, you can reprogram your metabolism, you ignite your metabolism, and you increase your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate, and you increase your body's ability to burn fat and burn calories.
You do such a great job of making this so simple and easy to understand. I love the charts that you prepare for all of us. Just absolutely outstanding. So now we know that the first strategy is obviously eating your PFC every 3 with ZPA. We know that is the first strategy. What's the next one?
The next one, and this is something that is so crucial, because if you are not, you can eat PFC every 3, but if you're not challenging yourself in the gym, you're not moving forward. You might be maintaining. So you must be sore from your strength training. I want you to write down right now, I must be sore from my strength training. Now, the old philosophy of soreness, when you got sore, people say, oh no, it's lactic acid. That burning sensation you feel in your muscle has nothing to do with soreness. That's just your body's lack of ability to process glucose, and it makes the muscle shut down. That's a fuel deficiency. It's not a right, it's a good thing. Lactic acid makes the muscle shut down. You rest and then you remove it and then you work out again. Actual soreness comes from breaking down your little muscle. So hold that muscle again, Cassiah. Pull up your muscle. Everyone watching, get your muscle and imagine little micro tears in this muscle. Doing some bicep curls, some pull-ups, some push-ups in your chest. You get little micro tears. Those micro tears are the soreness you feel the next day. It's called DOS, delayed onset muscle soreness. That soreness 24 to 48 hours later is actually your muscles breaking down. By eating PFC every 3, you actually give your body the proper nutrients to repair that muscle. And because your body is an ever-adapting machine, it rebuilds that muscle bigger and stronger. And remember, 1 pound of muscle is 3 times smaller than 1 pound of fat. Now, there's a couple things when we look at exercise. I'm going to show a little graphic here. There's 3 types of exercises. And if you look at this chart here, it's very simple. You have strength training, which is Pilates, yoga, workout classes, CrossFit, weights, because I did Orange Theory today. Your high-intensity cardio, like jumping rope, sprinting, running stairs. Your fat-burning cardio, like stair climbing, jogging, walking on a treadmill on an incline. You'll get some muscle growth from doing that fat burning cardio. Like if you're walking on a 15% incline on a treadmill or you're climbing stairs, that will help your glutes and your legs. But you really break down muscle with strength training. And strength training is when you overload your muscle and you get those micro tears. But guess what? If you're not evolving your workouts and the type of workouts you're doing and the level of reps that you're doing, your body will adapt. So if you work out strength training and you're not sore the next day, you didn't push yourself hard enough. You continually building muscle is continually about pushing yourself, and choose movements like push-ups and pull-ups and body and squats, things that you're using as many muscle fibers as possible to actually break down that muscle, overload it, feed your body correctly, and that's how you really can increase your muscle mass.
I love that. And just to share with you guys too, I know getting sore after working out is so miserable. I can't tell you how many times I'd work out with my trainer and like have trouble sitting down in the bathtub or have trouble tying my hair up because my arms and shoulders were so sore. But that's right. I mean, the soreness is actually a really good thing. And when you talk about mixing it up, for me, I train with a trainer, and I also work out at Orange Theory. I love Orange Theory because it fits into my schedule. You've got some cardio, you've got strength training, and just like Mark said, you have the ability at Orange Theory, the gym I work out at, to pick if you want to start on the treadmill or if you want to start in the weight room. But I always start in the weight room because I want to get all my reps in and then move on to the treadmill to get my cardio in. So yeah,
that's a huge point, Cassiah. Everyone remember, you must always do your strength training or your high intensity cardio before your fat burning cardio, because one burns sugar, one burns fat. So Cassiah's doing it like the superstar that she is. Now, another thing is this. I love the point you made about getting help. So if you don't know how to weight train, hire a trainer, take a class, because technique is everything. Like if I'm doing a push-up, there's only one way to correctly do it from a biomechanical perspective based on my skeletal system. And a lot of times I see people do push-ups and they only go halfway. If you're only a half push-upper, if you're only halfway down, you're only recruiting half of your muscle fibers. You got to go full range. You have to, and if you can't go full range, use your knees to help you up and then go all the way down. But push yourself, challenge yourself, get proper instruction, and that type of education is going to take your weight training and muscle growth to the whole next level.
Without a doubt. I mean, that helped me tremendously because I knew nothing about the weight room, and it wasn't until I started working out with a trainer who was able to track my progress and really point me in the right direction of how to hit each body part. And then once you create a knowledge base, you know it for yourself. So definitely go get that information and learn more. The other great thing you said too about push-ups, it's amazing what we can do with our own body weight. You can do squats up and down in the air. You don't even need weights. Just start up and down. I bet if you haven't worked out, you will feel that in your glutes and in your legs. So, you know, there's little things that you can do when you're in a hotel or when you're traveling, or if you're, you know, watching the kids or hanging out or whatever, that you can do in your own house. You don't even need to go to a gym for, because you can actually use your own body weight for a lot of different exercises. So a ton of things that you can do. I mean, obviously, strength training is such an important component in reshaping our bodies and working with PFC. So let's talk about, you know, we talk about muscle building. Let's talk about the third strategy that you have for us, Mark.
Yeah, so food, weight training and exercise, and then, hey, we got to sleep like a baby. We have a baby, and I'll tell you, baby Hope, she has no worries on her mind, no stressors. Probably like baby, your baby. There, Cassiah too. Dogs are the best because they just sleep. And Hope sleeps so deep, and you cannot recover. So you have to remember, you are what you metabolize. Just keep telling yourself that you are what you metabolize. That blood sugar chart I showed you, the types of exercises, your body needs to sleep to balance the hormones. Look at the little baby right there. I love it. So let me show.
Here's my baby right here.
Oh, it's so cute.
Like, put me down, Mom.
I wish I had Hope right here. I need Hope, and then we can both have our babies here at once.
Bae spends most of her day sleeping, so I know she's doing something right.
Yeah, and this is what she's, let me show you the REM chart. So everyone look at the sleep chart here. This sleep chart's powerful because it kind of takes you through the 90-minute cycle of light sleep to deep sleep to REM sleep. Now, if you look at the bottom, deep sleep renews your body. That renews your skeletal tissue, your ligaments, all your soft tissue. That's how your muscle grows. And then REM sleep refreshes your brain. So if you're eating great, you're training hard, but you're not sleeping, you're going to struggle. You're going to move into overtraining syndrome. You're going to then start over-releasing your hormone cortisol, which is your stress hormone, which is great in moderation. But when it's in abundance, your body's in a negative state. It will mess up all of your hormone reactions, will mess up your blood sugar balance, and it will prevent you from building muscle. So you actually need all three. You need to make sure you're eating PFC every 3. You have to make sure that you challenge yourself in weight training and you're sore 24 to 48 hours after your strength training, 2 to 3 days a week, get proper instruction. And then you need to make sure that you're sleeping consistently. What does that mean, Cassiah? It means sleeping with the lights out in a quiet environment. It means setting a proper bedtime. If you wake up in the middle of the night, write down your thoughts an hour before bed. Make sure, it's a huge difference. If I fall asleep on the couch with Hunter compared to sleeping actually in my select comfort or my sleep number bed, it's like night and day difference. So set yourself up to win. Make sure you optimize your stages of your sleep, and make sure that you watch one of our coaching videos on our Zen Project YouTube channel where you and I, Cassiah, really dive into the power of sleep.
That's exactly right. You can find that at youtube.com/Zen Project 8. And Mark, I love sleeping. I don't know who doesn't love sleeping, but I will tell you what, I find that on days that I train my body and I just give that gift to myself, I do sleep like a baby because my body needs the rest in order to recover. So it is so important that we allow ourselves, give yourself the gift of sleep, no matter how old you are. It is definitely absolutely vital, not only for your health and wellness and your physique, but just for your overall mental state. It makes such a big difference. So sleep is super important. Let's talk about supplements, Mark. We love ZP8. So what products could help us build our muscles?
Yeah, it's every webcast we do, it's education, and then products that are designed with a purpose. So I talked about protein. Proteins are the building blocks of your muscle, which is why we made Zen Fuse, which I love. Our new bag, gluten-free, soy protein-free, no artificial flavors in the background, little zipper thing, beautiful. But this shake right here, this product, the reason we made it was simple. You saw what happens when you skip meals. When you skip meals, your blood sugar drops, you burn muscle. When you overeat, your blood sugar spikes, you store fat. We made Zen Fuse to make sure that you had the right balance of protein, fats, and carbohydrates to balance your blood sugar, provide the right fiber to slow down the rate of your digestion system to optimize it, gluten-free, no artificial flavors, and we didn't use soy protein. We used a protein blend, which, and this is important when you talk about muscle growth and muscle protection. We used whey protein, which gets absorbed much faster in the body. But then we also use TrueCell, which is exclusive to Jeunesse. It's a micellar casing, which slows down the rate of digestion. So you have one fast absorbing protein, one slower absorbing, which helps digest your protein about 2 hours longer and keeps you satisfied for that 3-hour period than other products on the market, while you still get the benefit of the whey protein. So we made the shake, Cassiah, and everyone watch, we made the shake, Zen Fuse, to really be that gap filler for you in between the meals, maybe something you want right before a workout or after a workout. So it's something that's a protein shake, but also a meal replacement. But then the other product we made, which goes perfect with muscle protection, is Zen Fit, which is an amino acid product that you take 30 minutes before your workout and then immediately after your workout. And what it does is it gets assimilated in your body. So you actually are getting nearly 15 to 20 grams of protein protection that protects your muscles from actually being broken down and actually helps recover faster and build faster. So the combination of the Zen Fuse as your everyday product and the Zen Fit for your pre and post workout becomes something that, whether you want to lose weight, burn fat, or just build muscle, and if you want to lose weight, you want to build muscle too, both products work tremendously for you.
Absolutely. And both products absolutely taste delicious. So can I just say that it is PSL season and I am officially in love with pumpkin spice lattes. So in order to mix up my healthy life here, we've got canned pumpkin, a little bit of pumpkin pie spice, and a vanilla Zen Fuse that's whipping up in my blender. So there are fun ways that you can take these products and turn them into things that you love every single day. Also the aminos, Mark, you can comment on this, but I saw someone post that they had taken some carbonated water, like some Perrier, and mixed it with their amino acids. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's the best idea because it does taste so good. Sometimes if I just need a little sweet fix, I love to drink the Zen Fit because it just tastes delicious.
100%. And it's just, and the carbonation, as long as you don't feel like you get too bloated from carbonated water. You know, my wife Abby loves having Perrier, so she throws that. So it's great. And Zen Fit, you can put in anything. It's important though, you look at that as a muscle protector and a muscle enhancer. I take 3 Zen Fits a day. I love it. I will use it forever. It's the best amino acid product I've ever personally taken. And I drink 3 Zen Fuse shakes a day as well. So not only do I love that, you know, we help develop the products, create the products, promote the product. I love the products and they're designed with a purpose. So you have to know when you take them, how to take them, and they become the little turbocharger that you want for your results.
I love it. Okay. We covered a lot of amazing content on the broadcast. So really quickly, I'd love for you just to do a recap for our audience. And I want you to give them your seal of approval that these strategies will really help them reprogram their bodies and speed up their metabolism.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the quick recap on it. What you want to know is this. we get excited to lose weight and burn fat. That's probably about 85% of our ZP8 audience. And what I want you to tell you is that you need to share this with every single person you know that wants to lose weight and burn fat, because they must know muscle is your friend. Muscle helps you ignite your metabolism. I don't want you to live in fear of it. I know men don't live in fear of it, but women do. And there's no reason to. Remember, 1 pound of muscle is 3 times smaller than 1 pound of fat. That means more muscle equals less body fat, means a smaller, toned, trimmed body. So 3 ways you do it. Number 1, you eat PFC every 3. That balances your blood sugar, protects your muscle, allows your body the right nutrients to build muscle, and prevents fat storage. Number 2, you need to be sore from your strength training. Get some instruction. Make sure you're doing full range of motion. And you want to make sure you're sore 24 to 48 hours after every strength training session, about 2 to 3 times a week. And number 3, sleep like a baby. Get your rest in, implement the strategies that we share on the YouTube channel. Make sure you feel rested when you wake up, because that's going to allow your hormones to be balanced, allow your muscle to replenish faster, and optimize your results. And then the product side, we made Zen Fuse to be your gap filler, a powerful shake, meal replacement or protein shake to make sure you get the right nutrients and the right protein blend. And then Zen Fit is your turbocharged product that is your muscle protector and muscle enhancer. There you go. That's our like 2-minute recap.
It's perfect. I love it so much. As a matter of fact, I love everything you shared, that I can't wait to go to the gym to get my pump on. I am really excited about going to the gym again to lift weights. I love it. So I think this is fantastic. Lots of great tips in here on how to follow up with that, Mark. As always, you always bring us such a great education, and thank you so much for doing that. I'd love to, when we start the show, we talked about last week. Today, we had an amazing show all about how muscle is your friend. And next week, we want to invite you right here again at 9 o'clock Eastern at hangouts.zenproject8.com for your next coaching experience. Mark, what's our audience going to learn next week?
Yeah, so our community, as you guys know, you choose these topics. You chose this topic in an overwhelming fashion. But there was another topic that many of you really wanted to hear. And it's about how to create, share, and really lead with your ZP8 success story and experience. And this is what we've seen. So many people, thousands of people are living this program. They're loving it, and they want to know how to actually create their story. We've done how to lead an experience, how to lead your community, but we've never done a webcast and actually creating your own story, because your friends, your family, everyone who comes to you and they want to know what you're doing, you developing that ability to share that story and inspire others leads change. Remember, change starts with one person, and then that leads to another person and another person. And then you move to the place where you're in Iowa, where we have a community that's dropped over 10,000 pounds, or North Dakota over 50,000 pounds. And now we're changing the world. And that's what next week's all about. So if you're living the program and you want to learn how to create and share your story, next week's for you.
I love it. What a fun topic. I can't wait to be a part of that and share that with all of you guys. Mark, as always, thank you for a wonderful coaching session. Look forward to learning more about the program and hearing from you in that private Facebook community. So guys, remember, go to facebook.com/groups/Zen Project 8. We look forward to seeing you there. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week on the next coaching experience. Bye-bye.
And we're all going to be dreaming about Dan's biceps.
Yes, me especially. Bye.